Chemical properties of amines. Okay. Now, when we talk about chemical properties of amines, then in amines we see that from ammonia we obtain RNH2 primary amines, where nitrogen having a lone pair of electron. So because of this lone pair of electron, this nitrogen has tendency to give the lone pair of electron to H positive, which is obtained from acid. Hence, amines are basic in nature because of their tendency to donate this lone pair of electron to bond with H positive ion from acid. That is why amines on reaction with acids like HCl produce salts NH3 positive Cl. Salts are produced. So it is true that these salts which are produced are NH3Cl on treatment with any base form the amine back. Amine is obtained again Cl negative and water. Amines are formed back on reaction with some strong base. But when they react, amines react with acid, they form salts. The speciality of these salts are soluble in water. Generally, organic compounds do not dissolve properly in water, but the salts of amine are soluble in water, and this helps us to separate these salts amines from other organic compounds which are not soluble in water. So this is one of the method of separation also, that salts of amines are soluble in water, so they can be separated from other organic compounds which are not soluble in water. Okay, because maximum are not soluble properly. So this is its acidic behavior, basic behavior. Now another important thing, that when we talk about its basic character, then we write a reaction that RNH2 when react with water, then water will act as acid because amines are basic in nature, and they will leave H positive ion which combines to form RNH3 positive plus OH negative. If we write the equilibrium constant K for this reaction, then it can be written A as concentration of R plus NH3, concentration of OH negative upon concentration of reactants. Concentration of products upon concentration of reactants is the way to write K, H2O. Now, we know, we have already studied in 11 that whenever the solvent is in large excess like water, then we multiply this, it is taken constant as 1. So K into concentration of H2O will gives a new constant, that is Kb, because this is a base, so we are writing Kb. If it is acid, we write Ka. So Kb will be equal to R positive NH3 OH negative upon RNH2. This is expression Kb. Now Kb is the dissociation constant, more is the dissociation, more is the strength of base or acid. It is Kb, so it is for base. So more is the value of Kb, this constant, dissociation constant for base, then more stronger is the base. Also we know that pKb is equal to minus log Kb, or pKa is equal to minus log of Ka. That means Kb and pKb or Ka and pKa are opposite to each other, inversely related to each other. because it is negative log. So pKb is minus log Kb. For a base to be a strong base, the Kb value is high. So if Kb value is high written for a base, that means it is a strong base. On opposite to it, if pKb value is high, that means the base is a weak base. Opposite. That means for a base to be a strong base, the pKb value should be low and Kb value should be high. Okay. So if some values are given, suppose some pKb values are given, and you are asked that on the basis of pKb values, find out that which is the strongest base. Then lower the pKb value, stronger is the base. Higher is the Kb value, stronger is the base. Okay. Now, another important topic in this under the chemical properties of amines and also under the same heading, that is the basic character of amines. Basic character of amines. If we talk about the comparison of basicity of ammonia, aliphatic amines and aromatic amines, then what factors are to be taken into consideration, this we have to see. Now first we will compare the basicity of ammonia and amines. Now ammonia NH3, H and H with one lone pair, and amines R, N, H and H with one lone pair. Now we know that the basic character of ammonia or amines depends on the ease with which it donates this, gives this lone pair of electron, because whether ammonia or amines, they act as Lewis and Lewis bases show their basic character on the basis of availability of this lone pair of electron. So when we compare ammonia and primary 1 degree amine, then we see that alkyl group is present which shows plus I effect, electron repelling tendency. So because of this, the lone pair of electron which is present on nitrogen will be lost more easily, will be available more easily because of the repulsion effect of plus I effect of this alkyl group. So if you compare the basicity of 1 degree amine and ammonia, 1 degree amine are more basic. If I come to 2 degree amine, then R, N, R, H. Okay, this is 2 degree amine. Now we have two groups to show plus I effect. That means its basic character will be more than 1 degree. And if I come to tertiary amine or 3 degree amine, then there are 3 groups from 3 sides which are making the loss of this group more easier. So after seeing this, we can conclude that 3 degree amines basicity, basic character of amines are more basic than 2 degree, are more basic than 1 degree and are more basic than ammonia because of plus I effect of R groups. This is the reason, because of plus I effect of R groups. Okay. Now this condition which we have written, 3 degree greater than 2 degree greater than 1 degree, is applicable only when amines are in gaseous phase. Because for deciding the basic character of amines, only one factor is not responsible, that is plus I effect alone is not responsible. When they are present in gaseous phase, that time only one factor is acting, that is plus I effect. But when amines are present in solution, that time more than one factor come into action and the final order of basicity is decided keeping in view all those factors. So other than plus I effect, what are the 2 other factors which are responsible for disturbing this order? So if you are asked the order of basicity of amines in gaseous phase, then it will be 3 degree, 2 degree, 1 degree and ammonia because of plus I effect. Okay. But when amines are in solution, that time 2 more factors we have to consider. So now basic character of amines in solution. So the factors affecting it. The one factor is plus I effect that will act in solution also. Second factor is solvation. Solvation effect. That means what? When amines are basic, for example RNH2, on accepting H positive, they form RNH3 positive. Then when this is present in solution, then because of the hydrogen bonding between the solvent molecule and the amines, there is stability. This is called solvation, means the hydrogen bonding which is formed between the solvent and the solute which we have added. So this provides extra stability to the structure. So this structure is highly stable because the cation which is formed after accepting H positive is stabilized further by formation of H bond, and this is known as solvation because the solute is solvated by the solvent present. Okay, so because of 3 hydrogens present, it is solvated the most. In case of this is 1 degree, if we see 2 degree, solvation will be there, but it will be less as compared to it because we will have 2 alkyl groups and remaining are 2 hydrogen. So this will be solvated by OH2, this will be solvated by OH2. Furthermore, if it is, this is 1 degree, this is 2 degree. Further, if we come to 3 degree, then solvation will further decrease. Okay, so because of this reason, more is the solvated ion, more is its stability, and when it is stable, that means it will be formed more easily. Whatever is stable is formed more easily because I just explained you that is something if you are holding, and if you want, if you are feeling the weight, then after holding your hand will be relaxed or stable, so you will try to lose that fast. Similarly, after forming the bonds, it becomes more stable, so it will be stabilized fast. So now in plus I, because of plus I effect, the order we had seen, it was 3 degree greater than 2 degree greater than 1 degree, but because of solvation effect in solution, 1 degree is more stable than more basic than 2 degree is more basic than 3 degree. Opposite of it is happening. So considering these 2 factors, the actual order for basicity of amines in solution, gaseous phase, this is the correct order, but in solution the actual order becomes 2 degree greater than 1 degree greater than 3 degree. So actual order for basicity of methylamines, we are talking about just methylamines right now, because first case we have talked about amines in gaseous phase. So the order was 3 degree, 2 degree, 1 degree. Highest for 3 degree basicity, lowest for 1 degree, and then ammonia at the end. Here also ammonia at the end. In solution, because of the 2 factors, the correct order is this. In case of solutions, we will not write this order, not write this order. Only one order will be written, 2 degree greater than 1 degree, then 3 degree, but for methylamines. Now, when instead of methylamines, ethylamines are present, means the alkyl groups which we are using are not methyl but they are ethyl. Then in that condition, along with this factor and this factor, one more factor comes into action, that is known as steric effect or steric hindrance. Steric hindrance is not becoming effective in case of methylamines when it comes for basicity, but when it comes for ethylamines, this factor also causes disturbance in the stability. Now when we were seeing solvation effect, that means the bond with the solute and the solvent molecule which was formed, which was providing stability. Now because of the bigger size of the alkyl groups, this stability is affected, this solvation is affected, and steric hindrance further changes the order of the basicity of amines. Now in that case, when it is ethylamines is the case, the order becomes 2 degree, greater than 3 degree, greater than 1 degree, and greater than clear? So for methylamines, the order of basicity is 2 degree, greater than 1 degree, greater than 3 degree. And for ethylamines, because one more factor is coming into action, it becomes 2 degree, greater than 3 degree, greater than 1 degree, and ammonia. So this topic you have to little keep in mind that what they are asking you. If they are asking for gaseous phase, first order 3 degree, 2 degree, 1 degree, which we have written here. Okay. Asking for methylamines in solution, then this order. Asking for ethylamines in solution, then this order. So this is all about the basic character of amines. Okay. So you write the final orders and reasons why these orders have been assigned. So this is about basic character. Now we come to the actual reactions. First reaction we had already done, that is alkylation. Alkylation, we have done this reaction that when amines are yesterday we had done reaction ammonolysis. In ammonolysis reaction, what we have written? Ammonia when reacts with alkyl halides, it forms RNH2 plus HX. This reaction we had written, and then furthermore molecules of RX when react, then they are more alkylated, RNH, and one of the H is also replaced by R, and then one more, like this we had written. So the same reaction is alkylation. Now instead of starting with ammonia, because we are writing properties of amine, so we are writing the first reaction with RNH2, primary amine, 1 degree. So when it reacts, it forms RNH replaced by R, and one H will remain as it is, plus HX. This is alkylation. And alkylation may proceed till all hydrogens are removed, and then further it results in the formation of salt, as it was in the alkylation reaction. In the next step, one more RX, it will form R, N, R, and one H also replaced by R, minus HX. Again, if one more RX is there, then it will form salt, R, N, R, R, R positive, and X negative. Okay, so salts are formed. This is alkylation. Then after alkylation, another reaction is acylation. Acylation, instead of R, if RCO group is introduced or added to it, then it will be known as acylation. So for introducing RCO group, either we will take RCOCl. Just before reaction alkylation we had used RCl or RX. Here we are using RCOCl because we have to introduce acyl group. So RCOCl, or we may use RCO whole twice O, that is anhydride we can use to introduce this group. Now when amines RNH2, so RNH plus RCOCl for acylation, RC double bond O, CH3, and let us write this also CH3. Okay, then it will react to form. In a stronger base is required because already it is a base, So a stronger base reacts pyridine is required, and then what happens? H and Cl. Just like alkylation, they are lost, and CH3 and H, C double bond O, CH3 is formed as the product. This is N ethyl 1,2 carbon ethanamide. Okay, so N-methyl ethanamide is the product formed. The same reaction may take place when you are using anhydride. Instead of this, CH3CO whole twice O. Okay, when undergoes reaction, then what will happen? This H has to be removed. So byproduct in the previous case was HNCl, HCl. That means H we were taking from the amine and Cl was taken from that. So in this case, H will be taken and the remaining molecule is CH3COOH. H from this and CH3COO from this. This is byproduct because we have to introduce CH3CO group, and this will be introduced, that is CH3NH. This H is removed and COCH3 is added. C double bond O, CH3. Okay, so again N-methyl ethanamide is the product. This is acylation. Now instead of this, if benzoyl chloride is used, that is C6H5COCl is used, then instead of acylation, this reaction is known as benzylation. Reaction is same, only the name is changing, benzylation. So if benzylation is asked, you should know that you are doing acylation, but you are using benzoyl chloride. The same reaction. So CH3NH and H plus Cl, C double bond O and benzene. Benzoyl chloride. When undergoes this reaction, again same thing will happen. Minus HCl and CH3 NH, C double bond O, and methyl benzamide. This is N-methyl benzamide is formed by benzylation of amines. Okay.
इसमें कोई सा reagent use नहीं होता?
Reagent pyridine is used. Okay. So these are basic reactions: alkylation, acylation, and benzylation. Now, one important name reaction of this. See, the amine part is, as compared to other chapters, this chapter is small, and questions so from this are easier to attempt because the content is also very less. So do this portion of this chapter well from the marks scoring point of view. Okay, now the next reaction is carbonyl amine reaction. Important reaction. Okay, very important reaction. Carbonyl amine reaction. First thing, it is given by only primary aliphatic or aromatic. Both. Primary aliphatic or aromatic amines give this reaction. R NH2 we can take, AR NH2 we can take. When they react with CHCl3, that is chloroform, in presence of KOH, then a foul smelling gas RNC, isocyanide. Depending on this, isocyanide is produced. Methyl is there, so methyl isocyanide is produced along with byproducts. Okay, so this is known as carbylamine reaction. This gas is foul smelling as well as poisonous. And this was the gas which was released in the Bhopal gas tragedy, methyl isocyanide. That was the gas which was highly poisonous and caused several deaths. So this reaction though is a test. It is a test to distinguish primary amines from secondary and tertiary amines, because only primary aromatic and aliphatic both amines will give this reaction. Secondary and tertiary do not give this reaction. This is carbylamine reaction. Okay. Then next reaction is reaction with nitrous acid. This reaction is also important. Why it is important? First thing, that this reaction nitrous acid is HNO2. The reagent HNO2 is not produced previously, but it is produced in situ by using NaNO2 plus HCl. These are the two reagents which are mixed in test tube, and then HNO2 is produced there only. Now when aliphatic amines RNH2, this is aliphatic, because this reaction helps to distinguish between aliphatic and aromatic primary amines. For 2 degree and 3 degree, nitrous acid reacts, but the reactions are different. You have to do only the reaction of nitrous acid with 1 degree aliphatic and 1 degree aromatic amine to distinguish between the two. Okay. So RNH2 aliphatic 1 degree amine when reacts with HNO2, which is produced by NaNO2 plus HCl, it results in the formation N2Cl, alkyl diazonium chloride. Okay, this is formed. Even when the temperature is kept lower, this compound which is formed is unstable, and as soon as it is formed, it decomposes to form alcohol plus nitrogen gas is liberated. This is the reaction which takes place with aliphatic amines. Instead of it, if aromatic amines are used in the same reaction, plus HNO2, the same way using NaNO2 plus HCl in cold, then benzene diazonium chloride is formed, N2Cl. Now it is BDC, benzene diazonium chloride. Then this is stable compound which is formed. Okay, this may also decompose, but it will decompose only when the temperature is further increased. But in this case, even when the reaction is taking place in cold, then also the compound which is formed is unstable and quickly decomposes to form alcohol and nitrogen gas is liberated. Here the compound formed is stable at this stage. Okay, so because of this reason, that only primary aliphatic amines are the only reagents which on reaction with it produce nitrogen gas. Hence this is a test to distinguish between 1 degree aliphatic and 1 degree aromatic amines. This is 1 degree aromatic. So again, this is one of the tests to distinguish. Also, this reaction when aromatic amines are reacting with nitrous acid to form benzene diazonium chloride is also known as reaction diazotization. The name of reaction is diazotization. That means preparation of benzene diazonium chloride. Okay, so this is important now because the next part of the chapter, that is benzene diazonium chloride preparation method, is eliminated. So now this reaction in this part becomes important as a preparation method of benzene diazonium chloride from 1 degree aromatic amines. Okay. So two tests we have seen today. One carbylamine reaction for distinguishing primary amines from secondary and tertiary, and another we have seen reaction with nitrous acid to distinguish between 1 degree aliphatic and 1 degree aromatic. Now one more reaction we will do, reaction with aryl sulfonyl chloride. Aryl sulfonyl chloride, that is ArSO2Cl. This is aryl sulfonyl chloride. Now aryl sulfonyl chlorides when react with RNH2, this is 1 degree. Okay, so we will write it as Cl this side as double bond O and benzene ring. When these react, then HCl is removed and S double bond O. These compounds, aryl sulfonamides, are obtained. Okay, so sulfonamides are obtained. What is the specialty of these sulfonamides which are obtained here? That because of electron withdrawing nature of this present here, this H is lost as H positive. Because of the electron withdrawing nature, this H is removed from here as H positive. That means they show acidic behavior. Because of its acidic behavior, these compounds, sulfonamides, are soluble in alkali. Because of acidic behavior, because acids and base, they react to give salt and water, neutralization reaction takes place. So in case of 1 degree amine, one of the hydrogen is lost to react with sulfonyl chloride, and after that another hydrogen which is available here may be aromatic, may be aliphatic, both of them will be reacting with aryl sulfonyl chlorides and they will be soluble in alkali. But instead of this, if we are using 2 degree amines, so let me change here itself. If it is 2 degree, then what will happen? This R and another group also will be R. It is 2 degree. Then in the first step, same reaction will take place, that HCl will be removed and the product formed will be RrSO2 and benzene ring. Now, once this product is formed, now there is no hydrogen to show its acidic behavior. So, in case of 2 degree amines, the first step reaction with aryl sulfonyl chlorides take place, but after the product is formed, the product is not soluble in alkali. So once again, it is a way to distinguish between 1 degree and 2 degree, because 1 degree amines on reaction with aryl sulfonyl chlorides react and then they are soluble in alkali. But 2 degree amines, they react with it but are not soluble in alkali. So this way 1 degree and 2 degree can be distinguished. Then comes 3 degree. When it comes to 3 degree, then in 3 degrees, this group will also be R. So in case of 3 degree amines, reaction will not take place because of non-availability of hydrogen attached to the nitrogen. So again, all three can be distinguished: 1 degree, 2 degree, and 3 degree. 1 degree will react as well as they will be soluble in alkali. 2 degree will react but will not be soluble in alkali, and 3 degree will not react. So these are tests also and reactions also. Okay.